Hello students, today we are going to discuss exercise 3.3. Before I start this exercise, we will discuss some important topics related to this exercise. Here we are going to discuss how to study a graph, how to plot a bar graph and a double bar graph. So start our video with the first topic, choosing a scale. So students, as you all know that our graph sheet or graph paper is a small size paper in which we have to represent our graph, but in our data observation can be in hundreds, thousands or lakh. So it is important to us before plotting any graph, whether it is single bar graph or double bar graph, first we choose appropriate scale for it. Now look at the example 8 carefully. In this example, 200 students of 6th and 7th class were asked to name their favorite color so that as decided upon what should be the color of their school building. The results are shown in the following table, represent the given data on a bar graph. So students, here our table given with this question, in which first row shows the favorite color and second row shows the number of students. As you can clearly see here that maximum students like blue color and it is 55 in number. So before plotting graph of this question, first we choose our scale, because if we take our value like 1, 2, 3, 4, so it is very difficult to find out a graph sheet with more than 50 blocks. So first we choose our scale suitably. Here we choose our scale as 1 unit is equal to 10 students. It means in your graph sheet, one box represent 10 students. Similarly, 2 box represent 20 students, 3 blocks represent 30 students, and so on. In the same way, look at the example 9, in which following data gives total marks out of 600 obtained by 6 children of a particular class represent the data on a bar graph. First, here table are given with this question. This shows students and marks obtained by the students. Ajay obtained 450 marks, Bali obtained 500 marks, Deepti obtained 300 marks, Faisal obtained 360 marks, Geetika obtained 400 marks and Hari obtained 540 marks. So before plotting graph of this question, first we choose our scale that is suitable for us. So first, here maximum value is 540. So we choose our scale 1 unit is equal to 100 marks. It means one box or one block of your graph sheet represent 100 marks, 2 box or 2 blocks represent 200 marks, 3 box represent 300 marks, 4 box represent 400 marks, and so on. Now question arises how to draw a graph and a double bar graph. In this exercise you will learn 2 types of graphs, simple bar graph and double bar graph. As you can see here, it is a simple bar graph that represent number of students in different classes. You can see here individual bars are drawn for represent the number of students in different classes, and we leave some gap between 2 consecutive bars. Now look at this graph. It is a double bar graph In double graph, bar graph generally shows the comparison between two data. Like here, this graph shows the subject and their marks in the first term and the second term. So when we have to compare some data, we use this graph for comparing data. Like here, in English, first student obtained in first term 67 marks and second term 70 marks. So for plotting this graph, first we draw bar for the first term and then for the second term. These two bars are drawn one after the other. It means there is no gap between these two bars, which represent a single subject. Then we give some gap for the second subject, and again we draw two bars for the first term and for the second term. In this way, you can draw a double bar graph. Okay students, so now we are going to start our exercise 3.3, and first question of exercise 3.3, use the bar graph to answer the following question. And first you study this graph. This graph shows the pets owned by the student of the class 7th. It is clear from the graph that dogs are owned by the 8 student, cats are owned by the 10 student, rabbits are owned by the 2 students, hamsters is owned by the 5 student. Now how can we conclude it is 5 student? Because this graph is lie between 4 and 6, so it is 5. Other animal are owned by the 3 student, as it is lie between the 2 and 4. Now first question is which is the most popular pet? So from this graph we easily conclude that cats are the most popular pet among the student. In B part, how many students have dog as a pet? So you can answer this question from your graph that 8 students have dog as a pet animal. Now move to our second question, and second question is, read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by a bookseller during the 5 consecutive years, and answer the following question. First question about how many books were sold in 1989, 1990, 1992. From the graph you can easily conclude that number of books sold in the year 1989 is about 180, in 1990 is about 490, and in 1992 is about 295. Second part of this question is, in which year were fewer than 250 books sold? About fewer than 250 books were sold in the year 1989 and 1992. It is the third part of the question. Now move to second part of the question, and second part is, in which year were about 475 books sold and about 225 books sold? So about 475 books were sold in the year 1990 and about 225 books were sold in the year 1992. Last part of this question is, can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in 1989? So its answer is, on y-axis the line is divided into 10 small parts of 10 books each, so we can estimate that number of books sold in 1989 is about 180. Okay students, our next question is question number 3, and question number 3 is, number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. So in the left side of this table you can see classes, and in the right side of this table you can see number of children. In 5th class there are 135 children. In 6th class there are 120 children. In 7th class there are 95 children. In 8th class 100 children. In 9th class 90 children, and in 10th class 80 children. So, and first we represent this data on a bar graph, and then we have to. So students, first we choose a scale for this data. Here we choose 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students. So as you can see here, in the x-axis we represent our classes, and in the y-axis we represent number of students. So because we know that our maximum number of students is 135, so we put number here up to 140. First, we have to represent number of children studying in class 5th, and they are 135. So we plot first bar for number of student studying in the 5th class. This length of this bar is lie between 130 and 140 because it is 135, and 135 lie between 130 and 140. Next we have to plot bar for 6th class. Their strength is 120, so length of this bar is up to 120 student. Next we plot the graph for 7th class. There are 95 students. Length of this bar is lie between 90 and 100. Next we have to plot graph for class 8th, and in class 8 there are 100 students, so length of this graph is up to 100. In 9th class 80 student, and in 10th class, in 9th class 90 student, and in 10th class 80 student. So we plot graph for these two classes up to 90 and 80. In this way we can plot graph for the question number 3rd. Now after this we have to answer some questions. First question is, how would you choose a scale? So we choose 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students. In B part we have to answer the following question. First question is, which class has the maximum number of students? From the graph we easily conclude that in 5th class there are the maximum number of students, and in the 10th class there are minimum number of students. In second part we have to find out the ratio of the student of the class 6th to the student of the class 8th. So for finding the ratio of the class 6th to the class 8th, we write number of students in the 6th class in numerator portion and number of students in 8th class in the denominator portion. After simplify this, or we can say after write this in the short form, we have 6 upon 5, so it is 6:5. Now move to our next question, and next question is, the performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. So you can clearly see here that first row represent subjects, second row represent first term marks obtained in first term, and second row represent marks obtained in second term. In English, student obtains 67 marks in first term and 70 marks in second term. Similarly, in Hindi, student obtains 72 marks in first term, 65 marks in second term. In mathematics, students obtain 88 marks in first term, 95 marks in second term. In science, student obtain 81 marks in first term and 85 marks in second term. In SST, student obtains 73 marks in first term and 75 marks in second term. Now we have to plot a bar graph for this. So first we choose scale. Here we choose 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks, and our maximum marks is 95. So we write marks in the y-axis and subject in the x-axis. In English, in first term, student obtained 67 marks. So first we draw a bar up to 67, and next to this bar we draw a bar for second term without any gapping. So here student obtained 70 marks. So our length of this bar is up to 70 marks. Then we give some gap here, and then we plot graph for Hindi. In Hindi, student obtained 72 marks in first term and 65 marks in second term. So in first term, first we draw a bar up to 72 and next bar is up to 65. Similarly, in mathematics, student obtained 88 marks in first term and 95 marks in second term. So first we draw bar up to 88 and then up to 95. In science, student obtained 81 marks in first term and 85 marks in second term. Similarly, in SST, student obtained 73 marks in first term and 75 marks in second term. In this way, you can draw a double bar graph. Now you have to differentiate these two bar, so you can use different color for this. You can color, as you can clearly see here, I shade first bar, it means first term marks with pen, and second bar, it means second term marks with marker. In this way you can differentiate between the two bars. Now we have to answer some question from this graph. So first question is, in which subject has the child improved his performance the most? From the graph we can conclude that in maths the performance of the student is improved the most. Question number second is, in which subject the improvement is the least? In social science, the performance of the student improved the least. In third part, has the performance gone down in any subject? So its answer is yes. In Hindi, student obtained more marks in first term than second term. So here performance of the students gone down. Now move to our next question, and our next question is, consider the data collected from a survey of a colony, favorite sports, watching and participating. So first column representing favorite sports, second column represent watching, and third column represent number of person participating. So first we have to draw a double bar graph for this using appropriate scale. Then we have to answer some question from our graph. So as you draw a double bar graph in question number third, in the same way you can draw bar graph for this question also. So do this question. What do you infer from the bar graph? So the bar graph depicts the number of the people who are watching and who are participating in this sport. Second question is, which sport is most popular? Cricket is the most popular sport. Third part, which is the most preferred, watching or participating in a sport? So you can answer this question from your table that number of person watching is more than number of person participating in a sport. So watching the sport is the more preferred by the people. Our next question is, take the data given in the minimum and the maximum temperature of the various cities given in the beginning of this chapter, plot a double bar graph using this data and answer the following question. You can solve this question in the same way as I did in question number 3rd and question number 4th.